Alright, Archero 2 and the Flame Demon. This is who I went up against today inside the guild boss battle, but we also will see this sometimes in the seal battle. And I figure I might as well start making guides on all of these, so hopefully you'll get a little bit better at playing them and maybe you might pick up a thing or two. Now, I am going in with a pretty heavy Oracle set here. We do have the Dragon Helm on because that's at Mythic, and even my runes, I kind of play around with them from time to time. Sometimes I'll go with sword strikes, sometimes I'll go with sprites, and other times I will go for circle damage. But the main one I have in there is going to be the etched weapon rune. I still have everything sitting at epic +2, so nothing crazy, but these are just kind of what I went in with today. I think whatever you have at the highest rarity is probably going to do the best for you. I do have the fire, which is going to increase by 50%, but use your best. The two things that we really want to focus on, though, is going to be those blessing runes. If you have the revive rune at epic, it's definitely something you want to put on. And then for the other one, I try to go for one of the attack power ones. The one I'm using right now is called the Guardian, and this is going to reduce damage that's taken. So one of the first things you'll notice when going up against this boss is it moves around a lot, it jumps around a lot, and there's not a lot of time for you to just sit there and build up some shots. So that's where I really recommend if you get the chance to get the weapon enchantment, which will reduce your attack power, it's still a good way to go just because of the fact that we're constantly firing shots off. Also, when you get this, it's pretty easy to go around and pick up those little blue currency there to level up even more, so that's a nice little extra perk. Get you to level 9 before you know it. But because of that, you want to stay away from anything that's going to keep you in one space or one distance. So the stand alone, where you go and stand in place, you get kind of a rage fury of it, or even the one with the further distance you are, the more damage you do, that's really not going to serve you any good purpose. I would also say if you don't get this weapon enchantment, or if you are using the Oracle Spear, stay away from those charged shots. That's going to be the disc, the laser, or even the giant arrow. We don't want any of these things. There's not enough time for these things to charge up, and if you do have the weapon enchantment, it may be good if you're not using the actual Oracle Spear. But once we get that Oracle Spear, we still have some good chances to just get these shots firing out, and if you are able to get Tracking Eye with it, it's absolutely broken. I would say your orbs, your spirits, your strikes, those are all going to be good things to go for. The meteors, I haven't really played with them that much, but the fact that this thing bounces all around, if they are auto-tracking meteors, it may be a good thing, but otherwise you might find yourself missing a bunch. Now, one of the key things to know about this boss is there's usually going to be 3 attacks, and then there's going to be kind of a pause attack. Whether that's going to be a jump in the air or a fireball getting spit out, that's going to be the point where you want to try to get maybe 2 or 3 shots in. In the meantime, when it is going and taking those lunges at you, after the lunge, get a shot in, move again, he'll chase you, get a shot in, and then once again, finally that third one, now you can land those hits. You won't be needing the ricochet on this because he won't be spawning any mobs, so you could throw that one out of the picture, but I try to focus on things like the diagonal arrows, the multi-shot, the front arrow, and if you can get the Tracking Eye, like I said, it absolutely breaks the game. Just keep an eye on the projectiles. I really suggest that you turn on the animation so you can see it better, and just notice that if you are getting too close to the wall and one of those arrows is hitting, for example, to kind of peel off of it a little bit so you can make sure every single shot coming out of you is making contact. But this is one of those bosses that the first couple of times you play it, you're like, oh my god, this thing's so annoying, it's a pain, you end up dying. But once you figure out how it works, this thing's really not that bad at all. If you guys are still looking to get more familiar with your etched runes and want to know how the elemental domain is, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.